Alright, here you can see it working. It's kind of got darker, and I finished the transmitter. So I just kind of encapsulated everything in Bondo. Still works the same. It's the button. Turns on and off. Things to note: if you're going to mess with this, you can sand down a lot of this stuff, smooth it out. Be careful. There's some wires showing. You can see one there. You can see one there as well. Wires kind of just made it through. And then the other thing is, if you want to put more Bondo on and make some kind of a more uniform shape or something, you're more than welcome to. I'll just drop the screw. But just keep from messing with this area. This is the antenna area. I mean, it might be fine, but if you mess with that, if for whatever reason the antenna area kind of gets messed up, then you don't want to be scraping Bondo off of it or anything. And the same thing, this thing is just the antenna. And if it breaks off, you can just kind of get a pair of wire snips and cut it off there and see if it still works for you. If not, you're going to have to let me know. I think this wire is 83.3 millimeters long, and that length really depends. It needs to stay constant at that point. So if this thing breaks off and you go to test this thing out, and you know, if you're going to use this in your pocket, I say you test it once with it in your pocket, or however you're going to use it to make sure it works perfectly, because RF is kind of fidgety once you put it up close to you or whatever, right? Like if I kind of, well, that works if I hold it, but I know I can shield it with my body and it won't turn on, right? So you just want to make sure that it works whatever situation you're planning on using it. Other than that, you're going to get this thing and you're going to get it with just like this, right? So there's going to be let's see if you can see it, a screw right there. I fell on the ground, I got to find it, but basically take that screw out. It's a Phillips head, and then just you're going to need to put batteries in it. Just 2 AA, pretty simple. And like I said, this thing is always transmitting. This thing is always on. There's no on-off switch for it. I thought it'd be a lot easier for you if you just had one switch. And since it kind of has the only purpose of it is to turn these things on and off, you're only going to use it for a little bit, right? I tried putting a switch in here, but it didn't work. Just the hardware I could get didn't work. So anyway, there you go. Works pretty good. Like I said, I tested it earlier, and it worked from me having this thing upstairs. And anyway, yeah, if you mess with this thing, if you spray paint it, do whatever you do, just again, watch out for this area. I'd leave this area alone. I mean, it might be fine, but if you break this thing, then kind of the whole thing doesn't work anymore, and we don't have time to get you another one. So just kind of leave it as is. All right.